and welcome to Airtricity League of Ireland TV. I'm here with Leon Blanche to preview this week's fixtures. Last week it was all stalemates. Maybe this week we'll have a bit more action, a bit more excitement. First game we're going to talk about is Bray Wanderers Sligo Rovers. Now Sligo Rovers definitely have the upper hand here. Bray Wanderers are struggling at the bottom of the table. They're not really going far in this competition, are they?
No, they're not. I mean, they've started off really slowly, Nicola. I think everyone predicted it was going to be a tough year for Bray, and it has proven to be. They're struggling to score goals as well, which I don't think is going to be a help to them against the Sligo side who are scoring goals for fun. Sligo are 10-11, Bray 5-2, the draw 9-4. It is at home for Bray, so you'd be expecting a little bit of an improved performance from the 0-0 draw they received away to Drogheda, but I think Sligo here are worthy favourites and should just about collect all 3 points at 10-11.
Okay, next game we're going to talk about is Dundalk v UCD. Dundalk obviously will have the home advantage with the crowd behind them at Oriel Park. Dundalk have had a great start to the campaign. UCD haven't done too bad either, but is this going to be Dundalk's game, do you think?
I mean, I would say, having played 2 games at home already, Dundalk, they've had 2 draws. So they'll want to get a home win on board very quickly, and I think this is an ideal opportunity. Dundalk only played 1 game over the Easter period, so they should be in great shape. They're 10-11, 5-2 UCD, 9-4 the draw. UCD had a 0-0 draw at home against Galway. I was a little bit disappointed with that performance. I thought they could have at least got on the score sheet, so I'm going to go for Dundalk at 10-11 to claim all 3 points. Dundalk still unbeaten in 5 games. Great start for Coach Foster, and hopefully the Lily Whites can keep marching on up that table.
Now Dundalk ex-coach Sean O'Connor will be playing Sporting Fingal. Galway are at home. Now Galway haven't had a great start to their campaign.
No.
They both drew last week, but Sporting Fingal got on the score sheet. So how do you think this is going to go?
It was a tricky game to call between Fingal and Rovers last weekend. It finished a 1-1 draw, and I think both sides were happy with a point. Fingal are 10-11 away from home against Galway at 5-2, and the draw here at 9-4. I'm not going to tip up Fingal at odds on away against a Galway side that is quite capable on their day of producing a good performance. I think unfortunately, if you're a Galway fan, be prepared for another draw. I'm going to go for a draw here at 9-4.
Okay, and the most exciting game of the week and probably the most rivalry will be between Shamrock Rovers and Bows. Now both these sides drew last week. Bows have played better so far in the turn of more wins under their belt. But do you think with Shamrock Rover playing at home, that will give them the edge?
Well, I mean, it should give them the edge, but they've already been beaten at home. I mean, Dundalk went there and totally outplayed Rovers, so Rovers will be well aware of the fact. Sometimes it works against you that when you're at home, the home fans are expecting so much all the time that the players on the park actually feel the pressure. Bows are favourites, and rightly so, at 11-10, 11-5 Rovers, and 21-10 the draw. And this is a massive game for Rovers, even though they've only played 5 or 6 matches. I think they need to put down a marker here that they can go on a good run. And who better than to beat than the defending champions on your home pitch? I think in a derby, anything can happen. But once again, I'm going to go for a stalemate. I think this is going to be a draw at 21-10. Couldn't back Bows at 11-10. They only drew 1-1 at home to Pats in their last league game. Now I know Pats are league leaders, but still you'd be expecting Bows to claim all 3 points. I'm going to go for a draw here, as I said, 21-10.
Okay, well I'm sure Drogheda are a big prize for their game when they play St. Pat's. They haven't really got much goals yet. Even they're struggling at the bottom of the table. St. Pat's are at the top of the table, so it's both ends. Surely St. Pat's have this in the bag. Yeah,
well they should have it in the bag, and you are right to say that Drogs are a huge price in a football game. 5-1, 5-2 to draw, 2's on St. Pat's. I was very impressed with St. Pat's. I spoke of my disappointment with Bows at home against Pat's, but you'd have to flip it around the other side and say Pat's really played well. They would have taken a point away to the champions any time before kick-off, and they deserve to get a share of the spoils. This is a home banker for me, 1-2. I think you'll be buying a bit of money if you back St. Pat's to beat Drogs. They will beat them, and they should beat them quite comfortably.
Okay, and do you think St. Pat's can go on and win the league at this early stage?
Well, I think the league is a lot more open, Nicola, as we said last week, and it's great to see the Airtricity League having so many teams going for it. I think the squads have balanced themselves out quite a bit. Pats are up there on top. They justifiably are there. 6 games, no defeats, couple of draws and 3 wins. So they're going to be full of confidence. Bows are the team everyone has to beat. I think the other sides are hoping to get a bit of a head start while Bows are slipping up early doors. If you can build up a bit of momentum, the likes of Dundalk or a Pats, if they can get a couple of wins under their belt, then they really do become serious title contenders.
Okay, there you have it. Thanks a million.